Hey guys, um, got a bit of a health update and also 7 new books. And also, my cat Harper just jumped into my lap. Hello, Harper. All right, so those of you who've been following along, I've got stage 4 cancer. They recently did a PET scan where they noted that the tumors had gotten smaller. Good. Um, I'm also being subject to a biological agent in addition to my chemo, which has got me with like worse skin than I typically have. So sort of this rash around my face, my neck, my chest. But again, it's working. Um, they're back in January. They were checking certain markers for cancer, and the units they were checking were was it 487 parts per milliliter, nanograms per milliliter. And the most recent test, which was a couple of weeks ago, was 14 nanograms per milliliter. So, apparently, I'd say especially with the biological agent added in there, we've really reduced the effectiveness of the cancer. And this week I also met with a surgeon, and they're looking to cut out the mass in my colon. Still got some tests to do before then, but that's the next step. That's my health update. Now it's time to update you guys on books. So, since most of my money is being spent paying for medical bills, most of these are donations. Sometimes people just send me books. Sometimes they'll give me like little Amazon gift cards. So here we go. Winning the Inside Game. This is one on sports psychology, or if you want, performance psychology. Pretty much what it sounds like is how to move from surviving to thriving and free yourself up to perform. Performing under pressure. I've seen some of his stuff on Instagram where he's talking about some of the studies that they've done. So this is backed up with actual studies. So I'm looking forward to that. Next are 2 books by Tommy Joe Moore. Mr. Moore is a YouTuber. He has a boxing background. He also likes historical European martial arts. So from that first one, we got Boxing on the Cobbles. Nice color pictures here. But basically this is street boxing, using boxing as self-defense. Also from him, Modern Bartitsu. So for those who don't know, Bartitsu was the first mixed martial art. Everything wants to be the first mixed martial art. This can make a good case for combining both Eastern and Western methods before anything else. Bartitsu was brought over, an Englishman named Barton Wright brought over some Japanese jiu-jitsu and judo instructors to England in the late 1800s. They also taught things there like savate, cane fighting, pugilism, and sort of like a combined self-defense program. And this is sort of taking that idea and modernizing it, and we're looking at everything from empty hand striking to weapons work to classical grappling. Next up, Savate, History of the French Fighting Art. I don't like history books that don't have citations. This is sort of what we're running into now. He references a lot of stuff, but I don't see citations. That bugs me. On the other hand, it has a pretty extensive appendix section. The appendices, this entire last portion of the book, which is articles on Savad, including illustrations. So historical articles, I think those are going to offer some insight. Combat Judo. This is a reprint of classic World War II combatives manual. See there, some of the pictures look a little washed out, and also has some context at the beginning and commentary at the end. Combatives for Street Survival. This one, I was actually already working on the outline for this one, and unfortunately I only had it at the time on PDF, and my external hard drive went down. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to finish this outline, I'm going to need to get the hard copy, and I'd intended to do that anyway. So, money well spent, but yeah, he goes over how to build your own combatives program here. Goes into things like mindset and, of course, your basic combatives offense. Fighting Tomahawk Volume 2. This is a thick boy. Yeah, 359 pages and we're still not done. So this goes over not just the use of the tomahawk, but also the big knife, the club, and some empty hand work as well. So that will almost complete my collection of Mr. McLemore's books. I think I'm missing like advanced big knife fighting or something like that. But yeah, that's by Dwight C. McLemore, who did the other book on tomahawk fighting. So anyway, those are the new books added to the collection. Again, things are sort of going slow for me right now, you know, what with the cancer and the cancer treatments and all that. But eventually these are going to get their own reviews. So some I'm looking forward to more than others, as usual. But anyway, like I said, those are the new ones for the library. And I appreciate everyone's donations. We have a GoFundMe. It's exceeded its goal, although I have to say at this point it's still the only source of income that I have. So yeah, because I can't get to work because I'm basically in bed when I'm not getting chemo. Hello, Shadow. My cats want to get in the bedroom. They're not allowed in the bedroom. Anyway, that's all I have, guys. I appreciate you following along, and let me know what you think about the new books. And hopefully the next time you see me, maybe some of the stuff will be cleared up. Maybe I will have had a tumor cut out of me. We'll see. But yeah, cancer-wise, we're heading in the right direction. Book-wise, it's an embarrassment of riches here. But talk to you guys later. Bye.